Hello, this is James from the Blast Shop, and I'm here to tell you about the new 1.26 update for Memorial Designer UK. We'll go over the new features and changes made in this version, and the benefits that they will provide for you. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. The first set of major changes and additions comes in the form of our text editor here. As you can see, there are a couple of key differences to the previous version, the major one being this text block up at the top corner here. In older versions, it was sometimes a bit of a pain to create certain memorials. In our document here, we've imported a book memorial, and we want to add two sets of text, one on each side, as well as a line on the base of the memorial. In the old text editor, it was a case of adding all the lines and then adjusting them all manually, which would sometimes lead to the line spacings to go haywire and generally makes the whole thing look a bit clumsy. But with the text blocks, you can now have distinct sets of text that you can edit and separate together without the need to group the text beforehand. So, let's go ahead and add some text to this document here. Like so. Now, we will also have a second set of text that we'll have on the right side of the memorial. So we go here, add our block of text, and then now for our final line. Okay, now that we've got our text, let's click apply. As you can see, we've got this big ugly mess of just letters and words on our screen. However, with this update, any memorial designs that we've provided will now contain preset locations that you can move the text to, that you can find just on the right side here. So let's just go to our first block, move these into position like this, click there, left, set to this location. And as you can see, that whole text block has been moved into position and can be adjusted so that it fits into here, without needing to worry about the rest of the blocks that we've just added. Speaking of the other blocks, let's get those where they need to be. So for our second one, we want that on the right-hand side, set. And then our third one, we'll have on the base and set. And just like that, we've got all of our text where it needs to be. Now, if I want to edit something, such as on the right-hand side, before we do that, let's just adjust our text so that it fits in a little bit cleaner here. Set online, that, and then do the same for this one, and then there. So that fits in a little bit nicer. But you see now how you can affect both blocks without having to change the other. Now over here, you can also copy content from any of our blocks. So we just click copy here. Now this is in our clipboard. And then what we can do is we add another block of text and paste it in the end, just in case we want a copy of an inscription on our right hand side like this. It's also useful for, let's just get rid of this first. It's also useful for if you've been sent any inscriptions, you can also get them just from your regular clipboard and then just be able to paste it in directly into text editor. Like, let's just get rid of that first. Just paste at the end. And as you see, just an order number added in there that I've copied from an external source rather than from in here. Just remove those, apply, just to clean that out. Like so. And with that, that covers all but a couple of the changes to the text editor. You may have noticed that at the ends of the lines on here, the kerning button is no longer there, as well as the settings button down in the corner here. With the updates we've made to both of these systems, we figured it was better to put it in the Memorial Designer menu up here. So your text editor settings, much like before. You've seen it before. It just lives here now. The new one we've added is this ignore text in groups. As I described before, when you, in previous versions, any text in groups was ignored. So after applying this, if I now group these like that and go back to our text editor, they are not visible in our text editor like how it was in the previous updates. But now you can toggle that on and off at will. So I turn that back off and they'll appear just as they did before. But the main one we want to talk about here, let's just ungroup this, is our kerning system. So let's just zoom in a little bit and select this line, then go to just kerning the top. And we get this window here, which will show you the line you've got selected and all of the pairs inside that make it up. All right, so let's just pick a set of characters. Let's go with the L and the O, and we'll just keep this going. And as you can see on the left, it's slowly adjusting. You're probably not going to have these two looking like this in your actual memorials. It's just so that we can see. Once you click the Save Kerning, it'll give you that pop-up to show you that it's all been done. Just turn this off so you can see. We hit that apply. And from now on, anytime you enter that particular set of characters, it will automatically apply these kerning values. But as you note in the line below, it will only affect the kerning of the line you currently have selected. So to refresh it for the rest of your text, just open your text editor and click apply. And now you can see, on there, it's now adjusted it and applied the kerning. It is case sensitive, as you might expect. You see how the L and the O over here has not been affected, where it has over here. So if we go back into here and then change this to uppercase, and then hit apply. There you go. It's now added the kerning values that you saved before without having to manually do it every single time. Let's just change this back to how we had it. And there you go, back to how it was before without those kerning values. Okay, now let's just go back into here, change these back to a more reasonable value. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. See there, it's now changed to a more reasonable value. Go back in, click apply again, and now it's applied it to the one below. And still has not changed the one on the right, of course. And that covers the majority of the updates. Just a couple of minor things. This line that we've got selected down here, we've also added this little drop shadow feature. Just click this button and it adds a drop shadow to this text. Simple as that. If you decide that it looks better without the drop shadow, you can always just click the text again like so, click the button, and it's gone. We'll just toggle the drop shadow on and off. You can also do it multiple lines at once. So just select all the lines and then like that. And now all of them have their drop shadow, and you can then toggle them all on or off at once. You can also simply toggle it on and then use your undo button at the top here to get rid of it the exact same way. Finally, and this is more of a behind the scenes kind of change, but for those of you that are not on the 1.25.2 update, you may have noticed some errors popping up regarding your license. This update will have this up here. If you see this, That means you are connected and licensed, and you'll be able to edit the text from up here in your text details Docker. Older versions won't be able to connect, so update if you can. Though if you are already on 1.25.2, this won't affect you. And with that, that is the review of the 1.26 update for Memorial Designer UK. This will be available via your BlastShop representative, which will either be myself or Rob. Just to quickly review, you've got all of your changes, such as your text editor here, with the text blocks added, and the locations. And then we've got your settings menu being located there, with your ignore text in group options, and all of your old settings as well. And just click down here, and your adjust kerning to allow your kerning menu like so. And that has been the 1.26 update. Until next time.